everybody, and welcome to Andrew Rants, video series where I stand upon my metaphorical soapbox pedestal of the world, and I bitch and complain about stuff that pisses me off, annoys me, and makes me want to jump headfirst into a black hole just to see what would happen. Okay, I kind of know what would happen, but still, you get the point. Anyway, what's my beef today? You know, that's a funny thing. My beef today has to do with my very first ever rant video that I ever did here on YouTube. Yes, that's right. Going way, way back in time. Back to the very first rant video I did about Yugioh, the Link summoning mechanic, the death of the extra deck. Yep. Who would have thought that years later, what was that? What would that be? Like a good almost 3 years later then? It's gonna be resolved. Good news! Master Rule 5 is gonna take effect, blowing Link monsters back to where they belong. Okay, they can still kind of exist with people, but still, we're getting a new Yu-Gi-Oh series. Yu-Gi-Oh 7s. Or Yu-Gi-Oh 7, I think they're calling it. Let's face it. At this point, I don't care. Hold on, I actually have the name of it here. Give me a minute. I think it is Yu-Gi-Oh 7. Yes, no, Yu-Gi-Oh 7s. Okay, so this would be the 7th adaptation of Yu-Gi-Oh. The first one being Duel Monsters, then you had GX, then 5Ds, then Zexal, then Arc 5, then you had Vrains, and now 7s. Out of those, let's name the weakest. Sure, 5Ds wasn't the world's greatest, and I won't deny it did have some issues. Zexal I kind of liked, but the ending lost me. Vrains I couldn't even get into. God knows I tried. Same with Arc 5. I tried, just couldn't get with it. And now we're getting 7s. And from the trailer that I saw of it, I want to say the following here before I go any further into this. Yes, I have seen the trailer for this thing. I don't like it. First off, it doesn't look like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's too bright, too vibrant, too colorful. It looks like Future Card Buddy Fight dry-humped Card Fight Vanguard G and is trying to screw Battle Spirits. Okay? I'm not even joking. That's 3 decent card game-based anime that I can think of, and that's what this thing seems like. Now, first off, the only point that this thing is getting so far in its corner, besides, oh look, we're going to be getting some new cards, is that they're introducing a new rule, Master Rule 5, which is going to be usurping what they should never have done in the first goddamn place, and put Link monsters in a whole new perspective. I still stand by my phrase that I said when it came out, my thought. When I said that I thought Link monsters were going to be an extension of Xyz monsters, because it would have made so much more sense. Have a monster that can gain abilities from monsters that you use as quote-unquote Link material to build a Link network. But of course, no, we don't do that. What do? It's a stupid gimmick where you need to use that in order to link your extra deck to the rest of the goddamn field. The anime made no sense, and this newer anime is making even less sense. I know a lot of fans were out there going, well, this is what killed, they killed Vrains for this. Look, if you liked Vrains, that's fine. I couldn't get into it, and I did try. I'm being honest, I did try. I couldn't get into it. Sure, there are some cards that I like, but I can say that about every season of Yu-Gi-Oh! There are some cards that I like, there are some characters that I like. That doesn't mean that I'm a humongous fan of that season. I mean, there's a lot of Kamen Rider series that I like, but I'm not a fan of every single one. I can't stand Kiva. I hate X-Aid. There are some Super Sentai series that I'm really not too fond of. May I introduce you to Hurricaneger? May I introduce you to, what's that? Oh, God, what was the other? Oh, may I introduce you to Car Ranger? There are some that I'm not a fan of. then at the same time, there's stuff that I don't like and I like. It's a give and take cycle, two sides of the same coin. But in regards to this feels more like Konami's leaning back towards the we need to link our game, our anime, and our app together. Because here we go again. The new gimmick in this season is going to be called Rush Duels. Whole new card design, which first off, I won't lie, I do like the design of the Rush cards. I think that's really cool. Why do I think that's cool? I'll give you this hint. I am one of the people that is tired of counting the number of stars on the card. That's something they could have done away with a while ago. Had down a number, X, and then the star symbol. That will tell you how many stars you have. This basically does that by having a star in like the bottom corner of the card. I'll try to have a picture up here if I think about it, or I'll just leave the link in the description where you can pull up some of the stuff. But you have the card face, and instead of having the needless space where that is, it's added into the picture, which first off gives you a better chance for some decent goddamn art. Right above where the text is, for like the effects in that and the flavor text, you have stars. And it's like a 7 or a 6 or a 5 with the star symbol around it. That tells you how many stars it is without having to count it. I like that. I like that a lot. The attack and defense are above the flavor text. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But then again, that's only for Rush Duels. So of course we're back to the original, oh, but we can play with all the other cards again and have regular duels, I'm assuming, since the dual disc that they showed in this trailer does have a 5-slot mode, meaning that, oh, you can have both regular and Rush Duels. First off, I want to say this. Konami's trying way too damn hard to intermix Duel Links with the goddamn anime. We kind of had a small taste of that with Brains, and I mean a small taste. You have the whole speed dueling aspect in the card game, the actual card game, and then it kind of mimics itself into what Duel Links is. And now we have Rush Dueling for 7s, which is basically seems like, oh look, here's Duel Links all over again. There are some good things about it, like you can draw till you have 5 cards in your hand, so you get like excessive drawing. You can have unlimited normal summons, so long as you have monsters in your hand. That's kind of cool. But the biggest thing I'm taking away from this is you can finally play fucking Yu-Gi-Oh again. No more of this, you need to have a Link monster on the field pointing to a spot in order to have another Link monster come out. That stupid system was broken before it even came out. See video 3. And it's like, no, idiots. Let's think about this logically here for a minute, shall we? It sucked. It has issues. It has problems. There's a reason for it. There are issues that are plaguing it. What do? What do? You screw the pooch. Why? Look, I get it. You want to try to have some type of a new gimmick. Each new season has its own thing. Granted, you didn't really do much different with with the GX versus the original, but there wasn't really much to go off of either. With the original series, you were still writing the rulebook as the anime was airing. With GX, the rulebook was pretty much done. Now it was just, hey, let's see what we can do. Okay, there's not enough of a challenge here. 5Ds gave us the Synchro monsters. Zexal gave us the Xyz monsters. Arc 5 gave us Pendulum, which I still think is a pretty cool way to get out some of your extra monsters, I'm not going to lie. Brains gave us the freaking goddamn Link monsters, which should have just been, hey, look, it gains the abilities of monsters if it's an effect monster. Otherwise, if it's, hey, look, you just need 3 normal monsters to link summon this monster. That's all it needs. Okay, you don't get anything special with it. But if it's 3 effect monsters, it basically layers their effects. Oh, but Andrew, that would make the cards too OP, and players could just stack their deck with powerful effect monsters. Yes, that's true, but you could easily limit that by saying, oh, look, cannot be, used by certain monsters. Or you need to have at least, have the link effect be, oh, look, to link summon this monster, you need 5, level 7 dragon types. It doesn't say that they have to all be effect monsters. It just says you need 5 level 7 dragon types. Or, you need 5 monsters, or you need 2 monsters that have 2,500 attack or more. Or this or that. It's called set up rules to integrate into it to basically make it so that there's a way to stop it. You can easily make something not be OP by putting some thought and effort into it to not make it OP. God. And then it gets worse and worse. But with the newer 7 series coming out, besides the Rush Duels, which, let's face it, all that is just pandering back to nostalgia. Because there's a fucking Blue Eyes White Dragon in it, okay? That should tell you something. I swear that's Blue Eyes. Tell me how that's not, I dare you. Okay, I know it's probably not going to be Blue Eyes. God forbid we make that card popular again. I mean, it's had about as many incarnations as Dark Magician. Oh yeah, that brings up the other part. Our main protagonist uses a Magician type key card. Course. Oh yeah, and they're an elementary school student. Of course they are. Male or female? Because I have been really saying that we need a good female protagonist in Yu-Gi-Oh! And no, it's a male. And apparently, he's the one that designed the Rush Dueling. So, what the hell? So you're basically going to have the creator of a game gimmick battling in said game gimmick, and you want to talk about OP? Come on, let's really talk about this here. That would be like if, my Maximilian Pegasus was technically the creator of Duel Monsters, and he fought in a tournament, but he was the creator of Duel Monsters. So no shit, he would have the ability to play. You can't tell the creator of something, oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry, you can't play this. That would be like anybody at Nintendo that has a hand in a Mario game, and they want to go and buy a copy of the game and show off their hard work to their friends and family, and are told, oh, no, I'm sorry, but you had a hand in making this game, you can't play it. That's idiocy. So yeah, okay, we can't have that. But this isn't a game itself. This is a freaking game mode. So you're basically going to have knowledge that nobody else would. And I know somebody out there is going to go, but Andrew, Pegasus, Duke Devlin, yeah. But Duke Devlin took on Yugi in a fair match and told Yugi he could use the help screen to bring himself up to speed. Which he did multiple times and schooled his ass. Pegasus cheated. Yes, Millennium Eye. Remember the Millennium Eye? I sure as hell do. He cheated. No shit. So, should we go through this again and again and again? Well, who created Turbo Dueling? Well, sure as hell wasn't Yusei Fudo. Zexal Summoning? No. Xyz Summoning wasn't created by Yuma. Well, Yuya created Pendulum Summoning. Technically he discovered Pendulum Summoning because it would have had to have existed at some point in order for him to do it. And as far as I know, since, like I said, I couldn't get into Vrains, I'm assuming that the lead character in that didn't technically create link summoning, since every clip I found of the battles has at some point other characters doing it like they've been doing it all their lives. So yeah, bullshit to the max. So, where does that leave us with this? I'm not looking forward to this season. I honestly think this upcoming season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Might be the swan song for the series. The card game itself can survive. Just come out with a new gimmick every, I want to say, 2 or 3 years. No, every 2 years come out with a new gimmick. Or, hey, look, here's a new rule, or here's a new, way to play this that's not connected to the anime, since you can't do anything that's done in the anime anyway. It's false advertising. And I know somebody out there is going to go, well, yeah, you can. Yeah, I know. In a game called Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, which basically is you taking on a computer that can move 1,000 times faster than you can. Believe me, I played the damn thing, and it annoys me. Oh, yeah, no. You can play this game 8,000 times, 8,000 different ways. And oh, yeah, guess what? You can actually make it happen faster. Because Konami wants you to move faster when it comes to dueling. Because they don't want you to take your time and really think of the moves, because people want to go home. I said it before on that too. They just make the tournaments like an entire weekend event. But I have other places to be. Look, if they offer a cash prize, I guarantee you're going to keep your ass there until you at least get kicked out. Or you get eliminated, then you can leave. Come on. Anyway, I digress. I've gone on long enough with this. I'm not looking forward to this season. I think the character looks stupid. I think it's too bright and vibrant and colorful. It's really... I will agree with the one person that made a comment on this online. I honestly thought this was the next Buddy Fight. And Buddy Fight lost me at Season 3. So what does that tell you? Oh, God, I remember Buddy Fight used to be so good. So good back in the day. Oh, Season 2 was about the... Okay, no, Season 1 was the best. Season 2 was where it started going downhill, and Season 3 is where I jumped ship. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you looking forward to Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s? Are you happy that the link summoning mechanic is being nerfed a bit, and that you don't need to use it to bring out your extra deck monsters, and you can just summon them normally again? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been Andrew Rants.